Hey guys, it's your girl Tiffany Matthews, best darn realtor here in the Baltimore, Maryland area. I'm hopping on because I want to talk to you all about how to purchase a house with no money down. I feel like I cannot talk about this enough because there are so many people that I run into on a daily basis that want to know how they can buy a house, when is the right time to buy a house, when is the market going to get better? When are the interest rates going to get better? Oh, I don't have the money just yet. I'm still saving. All these reasons, why they can't buy a house right now, but they want to buy a house. And for me, I always ask that question, do you really want to buy a house? Because I know when there's something that I really, really want, I start making a plan and I find a way to execute on that plan so that I can get exactly what it is that I want. It just boils down to how bad you really want something. So nonetheless, that's me getting on a rant about something that is relatable, but at the same time, I don't want to go too deep with that. But at any rate, ask yourself that question. How bad do you really want to buy a house? Before you come up with all of these excuses and all of these reasons, do some self-inventory on yourself and really think about what it is that's stopping you from buying a house, if that's what you really, really want to do. With that said, let's get into how you can buy a house with no money down. And when I say no money down, I do mean no money down. However, I want to throw in that you will have to spend probably roughly $1,000 for what's called your home inspection, termite inspection, and your appraisal. So all of those combined, granted, if you don't need any additional inspections, you're going to spend roughly about $1,000 or less. Okay. So that is not money down to purchase the house. That is money used for the inspection process while you're doing your due diligence to purchase the house, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So if you want to buy a house with no money down, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a really good realtor who is resourceful, who is networked with a lot of different resources. You're also going to want to make sure that you talk with your realtor and explain to your realtor what your situation is. Don't lie. Don't try to make it more or less than what it actually is. Go ahead and tell your realtor what's the real deal, what's really going on with your finances, how much money you got in your savings. Well, oh, I don't want to spend this right now. I got this tucked away. My boyfriend's going to give me some money, or my mom is going to give me down payment. Whatever the scenario is, or whatever you think you got up your sleeve, just go ahead and let your realtor know. And your realtor, with that information, is going to be able to determine what is the best lender for you, because not all lenders are the same. Not all mortgage companies offer the same benefits or resources for you. So your lender needs to know, your realtor needs to know specifically what's going on with you, what your financial picture looks like, so that she can pair, she or he, and I say she because I'm a she, but so that she or he, or they or them, all those pronouns, so that they can pair you with the right lender. Okay. So once you have the right lender, so your lender is going to talk to you about some different assistive programs that are offered within your state. A lot of states, all of them pretty much, offer what is called a first-time homebuyers assistive program or grant money. So you'll want to tap into that and see if you qualify for that particular program. Your lender may also talk with you about, again, some programs that they have internally. It could be something where you're getting an FHA mortgage, which only requires a 3.5% down. Or it may be that you qualify for a veteran's loan. If you're a veteran and you're connected, then you qualify for that VA loan, which requires no down payment whatsoever. Or you might be able to get a USDA loan, which is also a type of government funded loan that requires no money down. The caveat with the USDA is that you have to find a property that is within a territory that is deemed a rural area and is on the list for USDA approval. Okay. But those are 3 great products that offer low down payments or no down payments. Okay. Some of the programs are stackable. And what I mean by stackable is you might be able to find multiple assistive programs, and you can stack them within the one loan product to offer you more money. Okay. Some of them may offer 3%. You might find another one that's offering another 3%, or you may find one that's offering up to 6%, depending on how much you qualify for. Okay. Usually these programs, I will say, are geared towards first-time home buyers and also home buyers who have very little savings. Okay. So not to say that you can't have any savings, but obviously you need assistance because you don't have a lot of funds saved up to cover your down payment. Hence why there is assistance offered to individuals meeting that criteria. Okay, so your lender is going to be able to fit you with any of those specific programs that I mentioned that meet your criteria, to allow you to go house shopping and know that you don't have to put any money down for your down payment. So I hope all of that is making sense. Of course, if it doesn't, you can always shoot me a comment in the comments. You can always reach out and call me directly or email me. I will leave my contact information in the chat below as well, or in the description below. But I don't want to spend too much time on that because I could go on and on and on. There's so much information, so many different programs out there that you could utilize to assist with down payment assistance. Okay. The next thing that you're going to need to do is, after you found your house and after you have gone through that process of negotiating with the owner of the property and they have accepted your offer. Okay, so they've accepted your offer, and hopefully within that negotiation period, your realtor has negotiated that the seller will contribute some additional money towards your closing costs, because that is another expense that you have to worry about when purchasing a house. So your closing costs covers the title company's fees. It covers the lender's fees. It covers your transfer and recordation taxes for the state. It also may cover like a water bill. As you're moving in, you may have, because usually your water bill may be billed at certain times during the month. So you may have a little bit of overage depending on when you purchased the property. So all of that is going to accumulate to be your closing costs. Typically, a closing cost is anywhere from 4 to 6% with any of the loan types, okay? Just depending on which loan product you get. I know FHA is usually around 6%, conventional usually around 6%. I think a VA loan is around 4%. So they all vary, but within that 4 to 6% margin, is where you're going to find that you have to come up with that amount of money for your closing costs. Now, again, when you're going through that negotiation process for your contract on the home that you decided you like, your realtor should be negotiating to get the seller to cover as much of that as possible. Okay? Again, a seller can cover up to 6%, so that means they can cover all of the closing costs. And that's usually what I aim and shoot for with my clients. With the down payment assistance, you may have a little overage as well with that can contribute to some of the closing costs as well. For example, if you get first time home buyers assistance and they're giving you 6% help towards your down payment and closing, your down payment is only 3.5% with an FHA, or let's say that you qualify for one of the other loan products that you don't require to put down any down payment, that money can go towards your closing costs. But if you are required to put down 3.5% or 3%, then you have 6% and you use 3%, you're going to end up with 3% left over that you can roll into your closing costs. And again, your realtor should be negotiating to have the seller cover the difference. The key word is the seller needs to cover the difference from what is left over from the assistive program that you're using. That way, you don't have to come to the table with anything. And I know you're probably thinking, gosh, I got to do all of that. That sounds like they're going to want my arm and a leg just to be able to do that. And it's really not that technical. It's really not that difficult. I do it a lot, multiple times throughout the year. And I actually did it myself when I purchased my home. I even got a refund, or I got a check when I purchased my house. I actually got a commission check after I purchased my home. So I did not bring money to the table. I actually walked away with money in my pocket. So I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying that there are programs out there that are available to you. And if you get with the right person, like your realtor and your lender, that are knowledgeable about these programs, then you likely can also be approved for the program and do the same exact thing. All right, guys, I tried to make this as short and sweet as possible. I hope that this is helpful information to you. And again, you can leave comments below. If you have questions, I will check the comments for those. You can reach out to me via email or telephone as well. And as always, if you're looking for a really good realtor, I do have to promote myself. So I would like to say that I'd be more than happy to answer any questions and represent you. Hey guys, so 2 points I forgot to mention when I did the video earlier. Now I'm going back doing a little bit of editing, and I did want to leave these 2 points out. So the first one is when I talked about different ways to save on your down payment. I left out that lenders actually offer special deals, like something called a lender's credit. So what that is, the lender can issue a particular dollar amount or a percentage in a lender's credit to go towards your closing cost, which is a big beneficial help. It might save you from having to pay no closing costs at all. The other thing that I forgot to mention was when we're talking about the closing expense and what all is included in that closing expense, I left out that your buyer's agent's fees are included in that closing cost as well. So that 6% again would encompass everything I mentioned previously, plus the commission that is due to your buyer's agent. All right, I hope this information is helpful, and please leave me some comments and have a beautiful, blessed day.